Spike comes in very, very early. Beryl getting a big old heal as Naga's ultimate is beautiful. First blood going over to Showmaker, and he's...
Hey folks, I hope you're doing well. Let's take a look at this Herald fight from game 1 of the quarterfinals between Damwon and DRX. First we will go over what happened. DRX do a good job at fleshing out their flank so they can move forward and contest. Kindred and Lulu lead the charge with Caitlyn, Orianna and Jace behind them. Important to note, the Herald was pulled towards the top side by Damwon where they had more members. This means DRX have to be in range of this corridor in order to even get vision of the Herald. This is where Syndra and Jhin are coming from, giving them a good angle. With less space for them in the river, DRX punch up and Syndra gets a good 2-man stun followed by a Leona engage. Right before being stunned, Jace spots the 2 members of Damwon on the side and lands a good shock blast. Kindred gets a tiny window and is able to trigger her ultimate. Grace brings the Kindred down to the limit the ultimate allows, while Lulu polymorphs the cannon. Quick note here, the Kindred ultimate and the Lulu polymorph happen at about the same time, so I can't really blame them for stacking those defensive abilities. While initially Chovy on the Orianna had his eyes on the engage, he quickly shifts focus and lands his own combo on the Damwon player sitting on the side. The grey smokescreen makes things difficult for the DRX members in the center of the fight. Jace and Caitlyn try to focus down the Leona, but are unable to get her out of the Kindred ultimate. With that, DRX go on full retreat as Kennen finds an opportunity and flashes in. A good exhaust by Lulu negates the damage, however the stuns are enough to get a couple of kills, get the Herald and secure a nice early lead. Now I believe DRX could have won this fight, so let's take another look. DRX do well to secure their flank, however from here I'm not a fan of Lulu's position. It does allow him to stop or more so delay the cannon ultimate, but not much else. Lulu is level 5, so no ultimate for her. Maybe that's why Keria felt more useful at the front, but I disagree. I say put the Caitlyn in front and let her play aggressive using her range. Anticipate the engage and use your tools in the form of your summoners and abilities to deal with it. This early in the game the cannon ultimate does little damage, and you can take a look at his items at the moment. Factor in an exhaust, and as long as you time your cleanse, your Caitlyn should be safe at the front and more importantly, quite useful. I like Chovy's movement to the side here. He does it to check the angle, which is good, but it also separates him from the rest of the team, which will be crucial. Here I think the Jace could have sat back a little bit. Get vision and call out targets. Be a secondary engage or re-engage. He does really well spotting 2 high value targets and lands good damage, but is also stunned. And now he's in the smokescreen and far away from where he aimed his initial damage. At this point, maybe he still could have ran through the smokescreen, flashed on top of Jhin and Syndra, killing one, possibly both. But that's probably asking too much. If Caitlyn saw what Jace and Orianna saw, landed her Q on top of all of that, that is 2 insta-kills with Kindred absorbing the engage at the front. With Lulu still having exhaust and Orianna and Caitlyn presumably still having their summoners, the rest of the fight would be looking good for DRX as well. In short, DRX all moved forward clumping together and were unable to focus their damage properly. Their movement lacked depth, both in space and in time. This is another pet peeve I have. Teams often refuse to position aggressively despite having defensive summoners and abilities. Engaging fights is hard if you have tools to absorb engages, play aggressively and rely on your skills instead of trying to be safe and hoping the enemy makes a mistake or gives you an opening. Anyway, thank you guys for watching. If you liked it, give it a thumbs up. If you agree, disagree or have a question, let me know in the comments. If you want to see more, subscribe, but most importantly, take care of yourselves and enjoy your day.
Things get really scary because we're going to have a good soul this game. We see how this all starts off. Showmaker is forced to flash over the wall. Deadly Flourish almost landed onto him. Now DRX, they're the ones that are behind in lanes right now and could scale better, but they rotated over to the Rift Herald, but their champions are a lot worse at this point in the game in terms of just base value. Lantern Spike came out very early on, but then Nuggery just waits it out and then goes in with Slice and Maelstrom. Beryl with the Flash Zenith Blade gets on top of him, and you're just left wondering, why did DRX handshake it?